vision, field of wheat, as soon as I saw the church, right? And it was like, I must do this. There is no alternative. I will not feel good if I don't do this. I have this opportunity. And of course, it's like try and find a field of wheat that people are going to cut, and blah, 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 right? It was just monstrous. But it had to be done because that was what I saw. The minute I saw that church, it was like, need the wheat. So
that's interesting.
And it was instant. It was just like, and
right
it
away.
no, it wasn't right away. It was like think. Oh, what am I gonna do? You know, all of your artists are so good.
So that
and
then
it
was a
just
response
like,
to the
wow.
site.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And the colors of the church, you know, they just all inspired that. It was just, and the fact it was being presented in the fall, early fall. I mean, it was just so it's like these soldiers were kind of marching to their death in a way.
Yeah, and so that was interesting because I was thinking, okay, there must be some more symbolism because you know you think about Osiris is in the title.
Yes.
He's the god of fertility and life, and then you had this wheat in the pews, and I was like, is this about like afterlife and the cycle of life? And then I thought, and then I see bread in the bone structures of the sculptures that you have in that same room in your installation. And so I thought, was there a certain reason that you turned to wheat after that, or?
Well, the thing was, I in terms of mythology, like I just felt it had to be wheat in the church, and I think that's probably because I'm Canadian. You know, in terms of myth, you know, certainly English myth is John Barleycorn, and really that refers to any kind of grain, right? So it doesn't refer to barley, it doesn't refer to, it's basically any kind of grain is called corn. But for me it had to be wheat. So yeah, that was there. But Osiris is often represented with wheat and the wheat god, right? And then it's his killing, just as it's kind of Christ's killing, that is sort of the whacking down, the killing, and then there's the eating, and then there's the planting, and then there's the regeneration, right? So it's about the cycle. Yeah.
And then you start to bake bread. You start to bake bread into the structures of animals.
Yeah, well, what I was doing, and this show, most of the work in this show came quite a lot later than the wheat. And I did do a few little pieces kind of after that. And they had said to me, you know, oh, well, it'd be lovely if you could bake some bread, because they always said they were going to use it for communion-like purposes. But it seemed like the bread that I baked, I didn't show it to them because I knew they would want to hold whatever I made up and then eat it. It'd just be really gross. So I didn't do that. But this work is really like it really is about, there's a kind of tie-in with ideas about the environment and how depressed I feel about that, and the way that the conversation has changed. And of course it is a cycle in terms of a larger cycle, and in terms of, you know, a training as a biologist, right? You grow a colony on a petri plate, and it grows and gets big and big and strong, and then its waste products poison the colony, and the colony vanishes. You know, and I think we're kind of at that edge. So the sort of whole life and death thing, there is the animals kind of represent the natural world, but they represent a part of the natural world that I think most people feel more of a kinship or more of a direct kinship with than you would feel towards the plant world. Me, having worked with plants, I know they're all individuals and they're just as good as people, almost. But although I eat them, but they don't mind. And I eat animals too, but they aren't. But you know, you do feel that they're more like us, you know, and their structures like us, and you know, when you work with their anatomy, you realize, my gosh, especially little mammals, is like, you know, once you get their outsides off, they look a lot like little people. And So it's really about sort of having stuff stripped away, like your flesh stripped away, sort of being dead. And I think of the bread pieces and these pieces here as kind of, and this is why this is called alchemy, is, and it's, have you guys been watering him?
Oh yeah, we've been spraying him. It's been so hot.
Yeah.
He's sprouting a little bit.
Oh, good. Anyway, it is really, it's almost like, for me, this work is like a very hopeless, it's like the hopeless attempt to revive something that's dead.
Yeah.
And it's like, can you revive it, or is it just dead?
Yeah.
And you know, there's this sort of absurdity of this process, right? Like the little mouse is, you know, throwing moss into him to try and, you know, inject life, and this poor creature sort of growing fur on him. But it's in a way that is, you know, it's not going to happen, you know. And the same thing with the bread sculptures, is the same thing. And it does revert for a little bit. I do totally pick and choose, cherry pick mythologies